Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. Only he who has no use for the empire is fit to be entrusted with it. Even if you are on the right track, but just sit there, you will still get run over. Genius is measured not by static volume, but by kinetic vision. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Breathing control gives man strength, vitality, inspiration, and magic powers. It is much easier to be brave if you do not know everything. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. Everything that is done in this world is done by hope. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. People wealth consists upon their freedom, individual resources, and good social life. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep. To understand the limitation of things, desire them. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. If their forces are substantial, prepare for them. If their forces are strong, avoid them. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. Cherish that which is in you and shut out that which is without, for much knowledge is a curse. It's not whether you got knocked down, it's whether you get back up. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Nothing happens until something moves. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. The most important person you meet in life is your highest self. Look for the good in every person and every situation. You'll almost always find it. It's such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. One half of the world cannot understand the pleasures of the other. It's better this way, sister. There's more to life than staying safe. If truth is not acceptable, it becomes the imagination of others. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Humanity must forgive humanity, for only then can we be humane. I am thankful for all of those who said no to me. It's because of them I'm doing it myself. Everybody stay positive, no matter how negative life gets. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. Some people look for a beautiful place. Others make a place beautiful. Face reality as it is, not as it was, or as you wish it to be. You will always find an answer in the sound of water. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. I'm always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. I had to philosophize, otherwise I could not live in this world. I've never seen anything as bright as the rays of kindness. The most dangerous of all falsehoods is a slightly distorted truth. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. Everyone's greatest fantasy is to walk away from the life you lead. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. That is all very senseless, but this senselessness has a pretty mouth, and it smiles. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. We don't receive wisdom, we must discover it for ourselves. Remove the clowns from your life before you become one. Even in the loneliest moments, I have been there for myself. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. We're going to aspire to break through and create our own reality. Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly? Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. You will never know how high you can climb until you reach the top. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. You like me not because I like you. I like you just because I like me. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. He who doesn't understand history is doomed to repeat it. The man who has forgotten self may be said to have entered heaven. Life is an experiment in which you may fail or succeed. Explore more, expect least. I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Slowly we became silent, and silence itself, if an enemy to friendship. To bear and not to own, to act and not lay claim, to do the work and let it go, for just letting it go is what makes it stay. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. It takes writing 1 billion bad words before you get to the good ones. Life isn't about escaping, but it's all about experiencing. You can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Too many doubts grow in the cracks of silence and separation. The truth is, like salt, men want to taste a little, but too much makes everyone sick. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. Invincibility depends on oneself, the enemy's vulnerability on him. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand.